And good evening, everybody. Welcome to the channel. Well, it's only evening if you're in the UK or Europe, but if you're in America, have a good day and welcome to the channel. Hey, GT Punks. Now you're fine, my friend. This sausage needs... I don't know if... Are there any sausages at Spa? There could be a couple of sausages we need to get around. I don't remember any that we attack at Spa. There is definitely one on the final chicane, but you straddle that sausage, you're in trouble. Big Popper looks like it's going to be 9:10. That's not too bad. Just take your time, sir. Get in when you can. And if he is the one with the first like, I'm hoping there's a couple. So what's happening? It's Tuesday night GR3s. With that being the case, let's go and set the chat room up, and then we'll set the. We've got 58% battery power. We should be good. Big Popper, yeah. Right, chat room. We've lost another racer this week, unfortunately. Marcus isn't going to be with us for the rest of the season, which is a shame. But he says he'll return. Thank you very much, pal. It's really appreciated that you sent me that message, and I can understand, and we'll look forward to seeing you when you get back, bud. You know, you're not committed to race here every week. You're not tied down to that process, but you're more than welcome ever to come and join. There's always a place for you when you've raced with us, and you're part of the group. You're part of the Friends Network. So, thank you very much, my friend, for everything you've done, and we'll see you when you get back. Chat room. That's what we're doing. Widdowmaker Racing. Hit that chat button. Start the party. Put the speaker on and then see how loud it goes when they come in. There we go. Sam's in. So, let's go set the lobby up and make sure we've got it right. It's a rain day. GR3 League. We're at Spa because this coming Saturday is the 4 hours of Spa. We're going to be hosting that on the Twitch stream. I say the Twitch stream. It's going to be hosted on the GT Omega Twitch stream. So you won't see that on your normal scheduled channel with me. I will be doing a takeover on the Twitch TV channel, Omega TV Twitch channel. That's where I'll be. And if you can join us, it'd be really appreciated. It's the second real warm-up event for the Make-A-Wish Challenge. The Make-A-Wish 24 Hours of Le Mans. I'll just quickly see if we've had any more donations. We haven't. It's still stuck at 148. It'll be nice to see that start to tick up Saturday. If there's anybody that is generally willing to wanting to make a donation. Good man. So, Spa. No, I'm going to be creating a new lobby. I won't be joining one for lobby. And I'm going to make it Friends only, I believe. I'm just going to load settings. Sod it. Good evening, Azza. Welcome. I'm glad you're in to watch, my friend. I appreciate you won't be racing with us, but I am glad you're in to watch. Wilkie, good evening. And Brenton. Welcome, Brenton. I turn away from the screen for 1 second. And I see lots of lights and handshakes and waving, and my word, my eye gets drawn from one thing to the next. It's mad having the same chat on all screens. It's like, whoa, where is it going? Right, it's friends only, so if nobody's in my friends, you've got to be on my friends list to join us. GR3 Tuesday. That's what we're doing. It's Spa. It's 16, 24-hour layout. Yes, it is. 60-minute race with custom weather. Afternoon start. That means it's going to be a nighttime finish, folks. I've actually got the audio on. I have. They should be talking to me. So I've got no idea what it's going to be. It's going to be grid start with reverse grid from quali. Bop is on, but we should be able to use downforce and brake balance. That is correct. Slipstream reel tyres at 7, fuel at 4, refueling at 7. Grip production off track real, no nitrous, 10-minute quali. 10-minute quali here is going to give you outlap, maybe 3 fast laps. On softs, that's going to be a struggle. What if it's raining and we're using inters or wets? I've no idea. No idea what's going to happen. GR3 cars. Hello, Matthew. Very good, sir. Thank you very much. How are you? No tyres required, so to speak. That's quiet. Engine swap prohibited, tuning parts restricted. So, strong, wall collision off, correct off, car collision on, pit lane cut penalty off, ghost sharing racing off, flag rules on. The rest is all good. I think we're good to go. And we got cherry aid today. Is the drink of choice. Right. Why am I in the BMW M6? Why? Why have I gone to the track? No idea. So wheel wise, yep, been having bug outs in the wheel again. I've been on the PC with it today. I've been playing Assetto Corsa. There's no force feedback in Assetto Corsa with this wheel at the minute. Don't know why. Got to find out why. It's really weird. Change car. That's what we need to do. Portia. Car settings, mediums. That'll be a place to start. Is it going to be low aero? I think it could be wet. I'm going to keep the downforce where it is, I think. I'm on a WTC 700 setting. That's an interesting call. But it's bopped, so it ain't going to matter, is it? Rear downforce there. Yeah. Can't change any of that. This is the wrong setting, because when I click go to track, now I'm going to click enter. It's going to bop me, then I'll go to the settings. Wow. So Brenton did the Spa circuit experience, and this is the car. The RSR, yes, it's a great car. With bop it can be very fiddly. With bop it can be really twitchy on certain circumstances, certain circuits. It needs grip, this car, and it doesn't have any. It's a hound. It's a proper hound. So Aero 650, yeah, we're going to leave it there. I think we're not going to change it because of the threat of rain. And it looks dry today. It looks dry. Now, is fuel going to be the limiting factor, or is it going to be tyres? I've also got my brakes set to exactly the same as I had them during the time trial. So I've got a really firm brake pedal. Really firm. If I describe it as really firm, think of it as really firm. So firm, it's a real slow press, and it's really quite difficult to get my head around. But it feels like I can be faster with it. Just don't want the wheel to bug out. Need to learn to coast the car. That feels a lot longer of a lap here. I genuinely find Spa to not be as long as I think it should be. The track gets shorter the faster the car goes, if you see what I mean. GR1's next Saturday is going to be, well, it's going to be tricky with weather, I know that, but Got to get used to the weather thing. Yeah, good on you, mate, collecting those cars. It's a tough old journey. I know I ended up selling a couple of cars to be able to buy those cars when they came up. And I've only managed to just buy one of them back because they only come up like once every 3 months or so. Let's put in a steady lap here. We've got the results for the current positions. The standings, I think, is the... Mr. Fishy, it's qualifying about 9:15 or quarter past the next hour. We're not going to be going straight to qualifying, but qualifying is next. Mr. Fishy, ask Daniel. Qualifying will be at about 9:50. Somebody else appears in the chat. JB! Now it's ever so slow, this car down here in what feels like the top gear. It's more of a slipstream gear, top gear in this car. Or I short shifted up too early. .7 kilowatt. That'll be all my monitors on, and I've got the fan. I've got the air conditioner, the Dyson air cooler, the air conditioner on. I did just go down to the garage and get some ice, a pint of ice, and I know the ice machine was running as well, so it's going to be pulling. But don't go telling everybody my electric consumption. That's terrible. Sharing my private detail. Anybody does know, Daniel, Mr. D Fishy there is the guy that installed my... he didn't install, that's probably the wrong thing to say. He's the guy that's the engineer associated with my solar. And he's been around a couple of times. We've sorted out a few problems, and thankfully today it seems all solved and sorted, and we're going to be a happy camper earning plenty of credits with the old solar. Which will be good. Anything to keep my electric bill low. Mr. Ball has joined us. Well, there's plenty of people in today. We're going to go and have a look in a moment at the standings for the league because they've been published. So we'll get to have a look at where the league positions are. Ooh, overshoot. Oil column heater on. Oh yeah, 'cause it's blooming winter where you are, isn't it? It's summer where we are, and I'm just chilling in the cool air. It's been warm today. It's been really quite nice. Bit overcast, but temperature's been good. Right, I've done a couple of laps on the mediums. Let's go and have a look and have a talk through the standings of where we are. I've just noticed how much pressure I'm putting on the back of my seat with this new brake position. Right, here we go. GR3 standings then. Ooh, is it my eyes or are they blurry? Blurry. So week 1, 2 and 3 have been completed. Sam's top of the tree on 76 points. The interesting thing to note there is he hasn't had maximum points in the first 2 weeks. Did he not get the fastest lap? He didn't, did he? And that'll be the difference. Mr. Fish. No, it's not a problem. Yeah, it looks good. If I can live off solar, that would be fantastic. 7 degrees. It's 22 here. Wow. So Seb is second on 60 points. Whilst that seems a long way back, the situation we have here is a 6-week league and you can drop around. So some people are hampered because they didn't realise they chose the car for the entire 6 weeks. They thought they could choose for the race and then choose by races. We don't do that. We work on a league season. So I missed that explanation when I talked to them. So the way you win points, you get 5 for first in quali down to 1 for fifth. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Then in the race it starts 16 for first. I actually think it's 15 for first, down to fifth, down from 0 for last. Did you not manage to find me still on YouTube? I haven't. I've only found you on Twitch. So, Mr. Wilkie. So, then you get 1 point for fastest lap. So, if you earn the maximum... Have I got that right? No, I've got it wrong. It's, what is it? Is it 20 for... 20 for first? It must be. It must be 20 for first, 5 for quali, and then 1 point for fastest lap. We're going to change that next season. It's going to be 1 point for fastest quali, and then we're going to do standard grid. So you'll be fastest first off the grid, and then we might stagger the points a little bit more, but the reason we put the gap in the points this season was to reward people for racing through the grid, but and there was some argument that you didn't get much advantage if you won the race, etc. Ish. I don't want to copy Formula One. I don't respect Formula One much. So I think the difficult thing we've got is people believe, well, there is some form. You need extra reward for winning a race. So we tried to do that by spacing the points, didn't we? So we want 20 for first, etc. I think we matched BTCC. So look at the weekly results for points. I will do, Big Popper. It's just I'm trying to get as much time as I can for me on track, and I just wanted to do a review. So yeah, if I want to confirm the points, I'll go and have a look. I wasn't supposed to be explaining quite so much. That wasn't my intention. What I wanted to show was the fact that you've got two guys from 420 there, Seb and Triple Back, that's BKR. They are both there at the top of the tree. Slippery in 4th on 43 points. BB on 35. 420 Motorsports, which is it Purple Haze or Haze? I think it's Purple Haze or Haze. I can't remember. Too many names with 420 in. He's on 30 points in 6th. Then Big Popper. I thought he was higher in the ranks than that. I got the feeling he got more positions. But maybe it's in the GR1. Then there's me on 25 tied with Big Popper. I don't know how that's happened. I genuinely feel I should be further down the list. Then it's JB. Fat Man again. I also thought we'd be doing better than this. But I think Fat Man has chosen a car he'll never drive again. Never will. Mr. Ball, who I don't think is with us today yet. Is Mr. Ball with us? It might be. And then we've got Chris Heathen. He is probably got the wrong name there. But Heathen Spirit in 12th on 12. And then Riddler, who didn't trap last week. And Heathen missed the first race. So the bit I was trying to get to was we can drop around. So your lowest round you can drop. So if we were to think about that now, Sam would be on 51 and Seb would be on 43. Yeah, BKR would be on 36. Hello, who's that? Okie dokie. That's Bawley. Yeah, it's Bawley. And then as we go down the list, you can drop your lowest points. So what that might do is it might close the gap, but it also give the opportunity to have a week off, honour a family commitment, spend a night with the missus, etc, etc, etc. So if you complete 5 races, you'll get your 5 maximum points. We've had some discussion in the past about, well, I've raced hard for these points, why do I have to drop any? Well, it just kind of makes it fair and it gives people the opportunity to do better. So you can drop your worst performance, and that's the way I like to look at it. So that's where we are. I think for Friday we'll have the results from GR1, but I'm not going to commit Mr. Popper to doing that. We could actually see the points, can't we, there? Yep, you can see 20 points for P1. These results will always be in finishing order, won't they? Not in points order, so they'll be in race finish order, which just makes it easier for Popper. Then he drops in the pole position timings. And then there's Seb. Welcome, Seb. So then on the right hand side, he'll be the most points. So they're all in the Widdowmaker Racing channel. If you want to go, if you're in the part of the Widdowmaker Racing channel, you can go and see those results there and assess them. Any questions or issues, drop your questions into there. Don't send them to me personally. Just put them in to Big Popper or into the channel chat. It's up to you what you do, but I don't think there should be any issues. Big Popper gets it 99% of the time, 99% of the time, if you see what I mean. He only makes mistakes, and that's all he does. They're not deliberate, they're not intentional. So he's good at what he does, and we don't have to complain. So where are we? We've got 12 races in tonight. I think we've definitely lost 2. But there might be a couple more. There's definitely Big Papa to arrive, 13. I'm looking for Slippery. I'm not seeing him. BB's in. Right. We will see. Car settings. I've just kicked my foot camera. I need to back in a second. Oh, it looks like it survived. Look, it survived. Don't have to go this way. We're good. Blue lights probably aren't very good, are they? Blue lights are not good at all. No, we need white lights, don't we? There's white lights, that's better. Here we go. Foot cam's on. I haven't got the chat on today, so that shouldn't be an issue. Happy days. Let's go and put a lap in. Let's put tyres on. See if we can compete today. Let's have a look at the weather. I don't think there's any due weather at this point. We could be lucky. It could be dry. It looks like we could be good. I'm just going to check the race settings and just make sure that custom's right. It is. Custom weather, variable to speed time 6 and afternoon, and we'll talk about that as we go around. So the variable weather thing isn't such a problem until you add the variable speed. So we've got time 6 on the variable speed, and what that's going to mean coming out is time's going to travel 6 times faster. So we've got an afternoon race, so if you consider that 3, 4, 5 p.m, then we've got an hour-long race. So that'll be a 6-hour event according to the game time. So if it starts at 3, it's gonna finish at 9 p.m. Hi, I'm Bax. Welcome to the channel. So it's going to end in the dark, this race, and it'll be the same settings for Friday, so that we at least, well, there won't be any consistency because the weather's going to be so varied. We've got absolutely no idea what's going to happen. Just got to make sure I've bought the tyres before I press the button, haven't I? I might have blown that already. And I'm going to ask everybody confirm that they've bought the tyres for the car they're driving. Oh shoot. Kind of expected that. See if we can get a decent-ish lap in. flat out through a rouge. Holy choop. Up into 6th, and it's struggling to get up there, and it 160 maybe. No 160. The last lap I did was on medium, so we're kind of expecting to go a little bit quicker on the softs, but we're expecting significantly more tyre wear. And I think brake balance is at 0, so when I get onto this next straight, we'll have a look at brake balance. If it's on -2, I'll be happy. It's not. We've got to learn to coast this car in a higher gear. And we're going to have a half a second slowdown when we get onto the back of the old course. And the old course used to go directly across the front of us here. We're just going to join the old course again. Yellow flags is where we got to serve our half a second penalty, which is just a lift in reality, but it's a frustration. Don't need to lift through there in the dry. On the brakes. Gear slam all the way down to 1st for this pair of corners. Watch the sausage. We're in 8th place currently. We stay in 8th. So my expectation is the same as Friday. I'm going to qualify around about 10th place, I think. Now these are just warm-up laps. This is just practice, free practice. They mean nothing. Fastest lap, I'm doing 2:21. Shows just either the difference in car, technique, capability, shit driver. I'm carrying downforce for the wet. That's what I am doing. And I've also got counter steer on, which would be slowing me down. Let's have another go, see if that was part of the problem. I'm going to hold off for BB here. I'm going to go to the pits and change my tyres. Let BB have the line. Now it is the 24-hour layout, so it's slightly different to the normal layout. You've got slightly different pit entrance, slightly different pit exit. The chicane is ever so slightly different, all graphically. And you said, take care, bud. So it's all going to be just a little bit visually different. I don't think you experience anything as the driver as different circuit. It's just laid out slightly different, sponsorship, different bits and pieces. it was released as a new track last year, and generally it isn't significantly different. Let's see if we can get this car skating and moving a bit. We're in 8th, 5.5 seconds down. That's just a bit of a heartbreak, really. Now, what do I think about Spa? Spa is probably one of the hardest circuits to be fast and consistently fast at. It's a lovely wide circuit. It should induce some really good clean racing today. There should be plenty of room on the circuit for people to pass. There's plenty of opportunities, put it that way. I mean, you've got 4 or 5 corners with the opportunity to get to somebody's tail, put yourself on the inside with slipstream, and give yourself the chance at going past. There's also that opportunity for people to... Ooh, and that is a common fault for me there. Just running a little bit wide. We're on the outlap anyway, aren't we? Which isn't too bad, but I've got to watch that counter steer. Normally fixes that. So what was I saying? What was I saying? What I was saying was there's plenty of opportunity for people to be able to look left and right and let people have the line. If you're not as fast as the car that's coming, and they're... I'm not going to say let people go, it's just think about where you are in the race. Think about what you're racing for. If there's 20 minutes of the race to go and all you're looking to do is hold on to 10th place, and the car behind you is much quicker, you'll have a much better race if you just get on with it. You know? And I don't mean that aimed at anybody, it's just generally try and race. Yeah. And as Mr. Ball has just said, use their slipstream, stop letting them use yours. It's a slightly different strategy in these races now. There used to be a time where we were fixed on tyres. I've just overrun that white line. That did my head in. Evening Scamster, welcome to the channel. I didn't get penalised for that, thankfully. So we used to have fixed tyres. You had to use all 3 tyre types in the race. And what that did was meant really that the 2-stop was the optimal method, because they're having to use the tyres. And there was sometimes the opportunity, if you got stuck behind somebody, to dip in the pits and change tyres, come out on a different strategy and try and leapfrog them, or undercut them to a point where you got onto a different strategy so you weren't going to get stuck behind them. Now where we're not on fixed tyres and you can use whatever you want, it's sort of changed that a little bit, because you set off on an optimal strategy where if you then end up behind somebody that isn't going fast enough, you just can't get past. Mr. Winkles, welcome. If you get into that position where you can't get past somebody, you haven't got the option to go and change tyres to be faster, unless your option, of course, is to be on softs all race, which was Monza, wasn't it? So if that's the case, then happy days, but it's a bit limiting where you've planned for a strategy. So, like I say, I'm not telling you to let anybody past by any means when you're having a good old race, but just think about your strategy and where you're going and what you're aiming for. So I'm actually in 10th now, which is where I anticipated I would be. We'll just see if we can get any more of a lap in. Back up to 8th. Didn't have a spin in that one, did I? We'll try and put a hottie in. Time is 9:05, so 10 minutes to quali. What we'll do is we'll complete this lap and then we have a look at the field and we'll see if there's room for Mr. Popper, see if the See if Big Pop has actually joined us or whether he's going to struggle to get in. Because I've seen a couple of names join that I don't recognise. So, what have you... Oh, you swank, Mr. Ball. Well done. I'm a second up on my previous time though, but... Yeah. So... Oh, you're not the only one. It's like, I'm trying so hard and there he is, just 0.013. It's like on Sunday, thinking I got the gold and I was 0.001 away. It's like, oh my lord, how do you do that? I'm waiting for the next banner just to see where I am. I think it's all the way down to the end of here, isn't it? Why does it look like it's greying up? Oh my lord. I think that'd be fair. It wouldn't be fair, would it? Fair's better than rainy. 1.7 seconds quicker. That'll put us within 2 seconds of Sam. That'll be me feeling happy. But look at it. Lesser fuel load, that's the difference. Down on fuel. So fuel does make a massive issue for lap time. If I'm within 2 seconds of Sam, that doesn't mean a bad thing. Well, I'm within 3 seconds of Sam, up to 4th, that surprised me. Sam's not in the list though, is he? Sam's dropped out. So I'm 2.6 seconds behind Sam, but 1.2 seconds behind BKR. Triple back. Who? No, as has left the league. He stepped out. Yeah. So we've got one spot left, which should be Big Poppers. And looks like we've got a couple of other people. A guy called Grumps, never seen before. Nice livery. Smithy and Soley. Solely? Yeah, I'm going for that. So let's have a look around. Big Papa shouldn't be far away. I can't reserve him a place, but I'd have to kick somebody, unfortunately. I've got no idea on strategy. Absolutely none. It all depends on the weather. I'm gonna have a look at the weather radar. I don't know why I'm looking at the weather radar. It's perfectly clear. There's a little bit of scattered cloud, but it's perfectly clear. There's nothing on there. Looks like somebody's just joined. Speedy BE. So unfortunately somebody's going to lose out. Big Poppy, you're going to need to tell me when you're ready to join. And I'm just going to have to roll the dice. Which one's you, Mr. Winkles? Speedy B is you, that's fine. Speedy B, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. You've got an S rating, so... No, you don't have to. You don't have to, Mr. Winkles. For people we know, there's a place for you. For people we don't know, they're the ones that would... that in a calmer, more more eloquent way, we would say we would just exit stage right. Somebody with a potentially a low rating. That's all we would do, just to make room for those people we know. No, you didn't do it wrong. Just slightly more diplomatic. Just slightly more diplomatic. We like to have a full server, it's great. What we do find, though, is we get to the end of qualifying and people suddenly find them on the front of the grid and they go, oh crap, and drop out. So we end up with like 12 people in the race. But we don't want... I'm not going to kick any of them. So the only person we don't have 420 Motorsport today because he's on holiday, so he's dropping around today. He should be back Friday night, so he will catch the GR1 race. So what I'm going to do now, while we just wait for Big Popper, and Big Popper's going to tell us when he arrives, is I'm just going to walk through and just do... Oh, Scamps has found an issue with his wheel today. The rotation was out, so it was oversteering all the time. Okay, reset has fixed it. And that came with an update. Is that you, Big Pops? Was that Big Popper? No, it wasn't. It might have been Heathen, swearing like a trooper. Right. So there's Sam having a moment with JB. Looked like you forced him off the road there. I'm sure that wasn't the case. Exited stage left. I saw that. So there's Sam, currently leader of the current series, and looking fast as ever. Look at it, doing a tyre wiggle just to show us he's alive, and it's not automatically controlled. There we go. Make a mistake so we can see you're human. No. And BKR in that absolutely stunning sounding Mazda RX Vision. Going to be incredibly quick wherever that car goes. So Big Popper's ready to come in. Let's just take an arbitrary decision and not pick on anybody particularly. Solely, I'm afraid. You've got the C rating, which is the lowest rating of anybody in the channel, and I don't mean you to do it to you specifically. I'm not picking on you. He's got the lowest of both. So unfortunately, young man, I've got to let you go, but do come back another time. Oh, there is that. Sam's just said it right. It's open, Big Pop. There's a hole for you. That should be Big Popper just slid back in. There he is. So, unfortunately, that was done with as little malice as possible. So there we are. So right, back to the old spectator cam. There's BKR, and then we're on to Big Bad Barry, who's carrying a penalty at the minute, but it means nothing. Absolutely stunning sparks through the bottom of Eau Rouge. Bad Barry is fast in that Supra. And we're on to BB, who's in his, not his Le Mans car, he's actually in his season car, which is good to see. I thought he was racing that in Le Mans till last week. But at full Make-A-Wish livery, and for anybody that doesn't know, we are raising money for Make-A-Wish. So at the top of there, on the screen, you'll see a QR code, you'll see a Make-A-Wish little logo there. The whole point of this is to raise money alongside the 24-hour race. I'm just going to move that logo back to the right place because I know it's moved. But whilst we watch BB with his Race Together logo, Make-A-Wish logo, GT Amiga and everything that should be on there. Yeah, you do that, Big Popper, no issue. Do that. Big Popper's just got to walk the dog, if you know what I mean. So there's BB, Dutch livery as well. On to Seb. Seb incredibly quick, I think he's in the top 3 on the league at the moment. He's just recently joined the league with the rest of the 420 boys, wearing a 420 livery, proudly wearing their tags. Heathen Spirit, who joined us this season as well, just as the pressure gets to him. in the Porsche 911, the same car as me. Should be fairly quick round here today. I think I'm quite confident with that car. And we've got 8420, just a recent joiner. Last couple of races I think he's been with us in the Porsche 911 RSR. So the mid-pack's going to be pretty hot round here today, I would suggest. Fat Man in the most loved GT40, the modern version, probably the wrong one to choose. There's three that would fit this criterion. He picked the modern one, which unfortunately doesn't reflect his capability and speed this season. But I would almost say those blue and yellow colours make it look Michelin-y, which is interesting. But, there he is. He's got Sam all over his ass. Here's JB in one of his designed liveries in the Merc GTR. Is that the 20 or the 16? It's the 16, isn't it? It's the older car. Sounds good though. Sounds good. Then we go on to Speedy B. Never seen this gentleman before. He's just dropped into the livery tonight from Germany. So let's see how he does tonight. I just hope everybody that's joining does understand it's qualification in an hour race. I'm sure anybody that's joined just hasn't joined for the sake of joining. They're actually in for the win. So there's me in the pits. BKR's in the pits. Mr. Ball not showing us his lovely pink livery. He's hiding in the pits. Helmet Racer. Helmet Racer. Normally I find myself... Oh, John Winkles is from Belgium. There we go. Sorry, my apologies. My apologies. I'm sure that was... Did I misread a German flag? Speedy B. It's blooming John Winkles, isn't it? My apologies. It's Belgian flag. Yes, he knows what he's here for. I know he knows. I forget. My brain is too old. Big Bad Barry. Helmet Racer. Was just talking about helmets. He's unfortunately been... What's the word? Inconvenienced in the last couple of races. He's much, much quicker than his position belies. Big Popper sat in the pits because he's just walking the dog. He's been at work all day. He's just walked in. So just a couple of minutes we'll be away to qualifying. People are going to be doing donuts. That's what normally happens when we go over time. So we have a donut moment. Oh no, it's gone beyond that. It's gone beyond. Oh no, donuts are happening. So just be aware, there's donuts on the back straight, there's Klingons on the starboard bow, and we go from there. Right, my commentary's gone to poop. So Smithy85 has left the room. Was it me that did that? No. So we're down to 4. We're down to 15. Not to worry. I didn't have to kick anybody if somebody was leaving. Didn't know that. However, not to worry. Big Papa says we'll run it when we're ready. So we're going to qualifying, folks. Anybody's not listening. Is there a chat command that says quali starting somewhere? Yeah, please do. Somebody do it. Oh, it says starting soon. That'll do. I can't get it to go to there. There we go. And we're going to go to quali. So make sure you got your tyres on, folks. And I pray it's dry. 10-second warning. Let's go to the track. And then I'm going to hit the start button. There we go. Good luck, everybody, with the qualifying. Oh, my headphones have just given me an issue. The cable has wrapped around the seat of my chair. It almost was. It almost tore my head off. Right, there's quali. So I'm stuck in pits. I haven't been able to get out. I've got to wait for that lot, which is going to give Sam a clear stretch, which is going to put me back into the pack, which is a frustration. If you don't get out straight away, you end up stuck behind people. But I will have a draft, and I don't normally have drafts. So here we go then. 10 minutes of qualifying. 10 minutes of qualifying can be helpful. It can be disadvantageous. I'm aiming for... Well, I did say top 10, didn't I? But I think I've got an opportunity here to go top 5 in quali. So we'll just have to see how we go. I don't know if I want to drop in and get a set of tyres after 2 laps. We're going to have to see. Missed the ball, just run wide. Yeah, I think that would have probably been wisest. Remember that conversation I was having about just... Qualification starts when you complete this lap. Yeah, he was, yeah. You'd left the circuit. You'd left the circuit, my friend. I wasn't going to just back off and let you just wander around the outside of the track and then me back off so you could just come back. I'm in the corner before, dude. Yeah. Right, we've got gaps between us now. We should be good. This is where it matters. I've already realised my brake balance is wrong. No lift through Eau Rouge. It's Blanchimont at the top, isn't it, of Eau Rouge? No lift there either. Braking just after the 100. Blanchimont is where all the drivers get killed that lift coming up out of... oh! Ball is just... brake balance. Ball has just found a little spinny moment. What I'm glad to see is it's dry. Well, everybody saw the settings that I set up, but definitely went for the rain option. But this happens, you know. This is like the 4th rain race. The first race we had rain, and then none of the others have had rain to any degree. There's been a splatter, a smattering, as I've said before, but no real rain. How far off the ground is my seat? It's 160 mil off the floor because of the aluminium extrusion. Probably 4 inches above that, so that's going to be 160, 260 mil, and then the seat base. So it's probably 10 inches. Probably 10 inches. So 3 seconds off Sam, that's not great. Let's see if we can... Oh, it's Radion, that's the one. Thank you, Almighty Dutch. Thank you. I have got a track map, I need to learn it. But my brain confuses stuff, so I probably did know it was Radion. But my brain didn't. Not today. So slow coming up here, I've probably changed up way too early. But with the draft, it's so much quicker. Down to 4:36. We're never going to get a tyre stop in here. We're never going to get one in. Down to 7th. The rear tyres are half done. That means the track is warmer than it was in quali, because I did best part of 4 laps and the tyres weren't this worn. BB had an incident on his lap. What rig did you get, Scamps? Have you got a new one, or have you just persevered? Oh, he's just trying to work things out. You're doing the wooden rig, aren't you? You're building your wooden rig. Have I sent you photographs of my wooden rig? Yeah. You know, mate, I would genuinely say to you, I'm going to send you some photographs. Did I send, just 2 questions at once, did I send you photographs of my wooden rig? The one I built? No, I need to send you those, mate. I'll take some photographs and I'll send you them. Because the way I designed it and built it, it just made it a little bit easy. Up to 5th, that's alright. We're going to get 2 more laps in here, I think, but 1 more on decent tyres. Sam's in. He's decided he's done enough. Unless... No. Barry will be in the 420 room. We're going to go to 6th gear much later this time. There we go. So my wooden rig is primarily MDF. But I built the rig before I started YouTubing, so to speak. I built it 6 years ago, which I can't quite believe it was that long ago, but I did. And my very first video that I did was in GT Sport, which was like a test of, because I used to use projectors to mount to use as a screen. So I had my PS4 through a projector, and I had a big 100-inch screen on the wall and sat my rig perfectly in front of it, and it felt so good to be like in a real car. And then I modelled the seat position and the driving position on my current BMW 3 Series, which I thought was absolutely spot on, and I got it so good, the position and the seating position and the angle, etc., that if I did a drive in the BMW for like 2.5 hours anywhere, how did we lose a second? If I did a drive anywhere, I got a sore left knee because it was full auto and you didn't need to move your left leg, but I still got a sore left leg. After 2 hours in the rig, my left leg ached like hell. So I did have a BMW seat in it, etc, etc, and it was all done correctly. So I used 2x4 as the base, and then I plagiarised some plans off the Tinternet. We're down to 6th. Lots of, right, we're on to the final lap now. Let's see if we can make something of it. Tyres are looking a little bit cooked, but if we put the effort in, we might be able to do a little bit here. That 30 seconds would have been all the difference, wouldn't it? Now we've got 180 seconds to get round once that timer ticks to 0. With this time, I didn't clock the time on the front of the straight. We're aiming. I've just been bumped down. Grumps has just pumped up and pushed me down a position, which always makes me get that little bit more frisky. Come on, let's go. we're not going to find out until we get to all the cars sliding so much, because those rear tyres are really biting in. If you're going to be red. Oh, half a second. That's so far off. Not to worry, we're not going to improve, I don't think. I don't think we can find half a second down here. Hey, we'll be... Yeah, so the wooden rig thing, I plagiarised a set of plans. But it was a photocopy set of plans that looked really poor, but I just took the idea from it to create like a podium sort of setup. And then it worked really quite well with my my monitor mount, because that's quite important when you're thinking about the wooden rig. 8th place now, dropped another position. So who's just dropped in there? Wow. Full 420 field at the top of the tree. Wowzers. Yeah, so I made a flat shelf on the top of my rig to accommodate my monitor, because I bought a standing monitor stand, but oh, Mr. Winkle's spun out a couple of times. So the way the process works here, folks, is we will just let the 3 minutes tick by, let people complete their laps. If people are qualifying and they're just sat in the pits, it makes it a bit difficult for everybody else, because we all have to sit through the 3 minutes. But if you're out on the track when you finish and you cross the line, we finish the qualifying once everybody's done. But I don't think that matters. We just have to sit for 3 minutes. Then we've got to give Big Popper the opportunity to take the screenshots. And then when he gives me the shout, we'll go. But the other thing we need to do, folks, is make sure we've got the right tyres on. Yeah, and it's reverse grid, so let's not forget. Right, results then. I will just quickly change my settings. Oh, let's have a look and see where people did what they did. So Sam qualified in first with a 2:67.38, 2:16.387, almost a whole second quicker. But that's going to put him on the back row. Joining him on the back row is BKR with a 2:17.3, and then it's going to get very tight. Look, in third, Big Bad Barry, Helmet Racer, and then in fifth, Seb, all within a second of each other. So quite tight from second to fifth. Grumps has slipped in there at 2:18.5. BB, the second of the Widdowmaker Racing regulars, 2:18.684. I'm just 0.2, just less than 0.2 behind him on the front page. 84.20 at 2:19. Heathen Spirit 2:19. Fat Man just slightly behind in 11th at 2:9.49. 2:19.949. Mr. Ball in the 20s. JB in 13th in the 20s. Big Popper in the 20s, and then Speedy BE. Mr. Winkles into 2:42. So what I can tell you, through the accusations of sandbagging, is that the 458 is not the greatest of cars around this track. So let's see what happens, though. This is the fun thing of the reverse grid, and Big Popper's just given us the ready, is you do get the opportunity to drop onto the front of the grid and sprint away, because everybody else has got to find their way through. I'm happily in the middle of the pack, and with that, folks, we're about to give the 10-second warning. I hope everybody's ready. I'm just going to try and shout out that we are going to start. And we'll give them the 10-second warning. I'm going to just quickly change the chat to quiet. But with that, folks, 10-second warning. We're on. It's a standing start. There are grid penalties applied. Good luck, everybody. Enjoy the race. So I've muted my voice. I'm going to go to ears. I can hear their chat, but... So it's a standing start, folks. We're going to be middle of the pack. You can see us in 8th place there. Sam goes to the back of the grid. We opted for mediums. So we don't get the tight first turn, do we? But we're straight into Eau Rouge, which is going to be a fair challenge. But lots of room given, people being very gentle, very polite. And then it's all about who wants to slip into somebody's slipstream. I'm just going to hold this line. And then we're going to brake on the 100 and just make sure we're not carrying too much speed, which we did. Nice and gentle. There we go. So we remain in 8th place. Seb has gained a couple of spots. Look. We're on the medium, so we're not going to have quite the grip that we had on the softs. We got 8 laps of fuel, so hopefully we will be ooh, 80's a little bit about. Just got to be a little bit delicate here. Mr. Ball seems to be making some progress. I had to back out a little bit there, and here comes BB. I'm going to try and jump in his slipstream, see if we can make any gains. I don't think we will. Ooh, had to really back out of it there. Sam's coming though. Sam's made his way through the field. Sam's on my 6 already. Lots of tail hanging. I'm going left, Sam. You go right. Take the apex for the first turn. I hope he read that. I think he did. Mr. Ball picks up a penalty. Now this will be interesting. I'm going to try and take the same line as Sam through here. Mr. Ball's cut across to try and pick up the slipstream. Oh, there's a lot of door banging going on here. Oh, I've had to lift. That's where it gets a bit painful. Everybody wants to capitalise on the slipstream. Big Bad Barry takes a shunt, I think, and goes offline. BB just falls foul of my inside line manoeuvre. And Mr. Ball is going to suffer badly when it gets to the penalty line. Barry's got a little bit of an active rear end by the looks of it. I feel like I'm having to brake significantly more than I would have. And I think that's caused by turbulence, washout off the car in front. I need to check my brake balance is set correctly. I haven't done that yet. Hey Olive, welcome. Now here comes BB. BB is always a little bit quicker off that corner than me. Mr. Ball managed to get away with that half-second penalty. It's just a lift, so you don't suffer massively. Oh, somebody's just gone to the wall. There's a lot of heavy braking going on there. It's very difficult to to measure your braking when it's different to others. Brake balance is good. Because I've got the TC on, I'm just a little bit slower away from the corner, but I'm going backwards, which isn't tremendous, but we've still got 7 laps of fuel, so if we can do 10 laps, we're on a 2-stopper, which will be alright. I think everybody's going to be trying to be holding out for the 10-lap 2-stop. It's just going to be whether the rain comes in. BB's managed to make inroads. I'm just not. We're going to go to the rain radar and we're going to see what the situation there is telling us. There's no declarations from me about rain on the horizon, but we're just scanning that now. I am going backwards, aren't I? I'm not as quick on the mediums today. But the tyre temperature is going to drop off as we get into the night, so... And I'm looking at the sky, looking for clouds, and it's still... Well, they are kind of gathering, so... We just have to watch out because the time... The 6 times time really does come into play. And look, now I'm able to run a free lap. I'm 2 seconds quicker than my fastest lap. So that'll be a 2:23. Grumps has put in the fastest lap at 2:19. So Scampy's been playing with a 917 today. Well done, mate. Grumps is behind us now. Sam just pops in the fastest lap of the race. I'm going to say this out loud now. It all seems fairly clean. There's a lot of people trying to be quick. 3 laps in. This is lap 4. Seb is in front of Sam still. Am I close enough to catch the draft? I'm not. I'm just losing the draft now. There, look. Down to 0.8. So I've not got the toe at this point, which is a shame. See if I can close it up and catch the draft. Grumps is in the Supra, which is a relatively quick car around here. Just trying to keep pace with Borley, really. That's who I'm racing, I think. Not seeing any rain. Heard nothing from Ryan at all. Scamps, I've sent him messages as well. Kind of worries me a little bit, but I'm not worried because it could be holidays. He works shifts, so if he takes, I don't know, 10 days off, he could probably off for 30 days. And, you know, it's one of them. The helmet racer in front of me now. you never know what goes on in people's lives. The internet is such a distant place for friendships that you make on here, because people do float in and float out, and you know, if you do get to, I won't say care is probably the wrong thing, it's probably the right word though in some degrees, but you have a level of, I don't know, I won't call it affection, but got to like Ryan, and he's just not heard from him, and it's worrying because that doesn't normally happen. So, but saying that, I've got friends on the internet who I haven't heard from in 15 years, and I know they're going on nicely, so we just have to see where we go. I catch up there, don't I? So what I've just done is I've just put my brake balance up to the front. Just going to try and take the heat off the rear. I'm going to try and make these tyres last that bit longer. Might give me a bit more braking form. You know, I do worry, but I know he's just got that big bike, and I hate to think he's had an incident and we won't hear because we don't know his missus, and maybe, I don't know, don't like to think things like that, but it does float through my brain as, you know. Ooh, helmet just lost it. I couldn't do anything about that, I'm afraid. That was all his incident. Yeah, you do. You do. You do. Yeah. Yeah. Mr. Ball's going to pick up another penalty there. Grumps has left the room. Don't know what happened there. I might get a penalty just there for my left tyre rolling over the white line. I don't know. We're in the draft for the first time coming up here. We're going to have a look, but we're not going to get anywhere, I don't think. Mr. Ball can take his line back. He's going to push me off the track, but he won't know I'm there on his outside. He won't realise I got there. He won't know that I tried that very cheeky cutback. Now my tyres have gone to 50% on the rear, and we're on lap 6. Technically we're doing lap 6, so my tyres are going to be skinned, but I'm looking for the 40-minute mark, so I only really need to do 3 more laps. The sky seems to be clearing right up. Any clouds that were there seem to be going. So, Fat Man's going to get a penalty there. I'm not going to put Heathen under pressure here because it's such a single car line through here. I did lift out a bit to give myself some room, but we'll see what happens as we come down into here. He's just lost it out left. I'm going to try and give him room there. Made it through back on the inside. Now nice and clean. He could have fought me harder, but he really is on my right corner. Right, into 6th place, which I don't think that's affected by pits. I think that's a natural 6th. So car feels to be driving quite nicely. The brake balance feels better up all the way to the front. We've got a little bit of speed coming from behind us. Ooh, look at Chukla. Come on, let's go. That's BB. What's BB doing back there? Did BB pit for tyres? Was he on softs? Does that explain his immediate speed? I've got just under 5 minutes to go for my pit. Sam's ahead of Seb. I didn't spot that at the start. I didn't spot the overtake. Whoa, wow, that was a bit of a lift required, but JB is up there, look. And I'm not saying that out of surprise. I'm saying, look, that's how fast he can be. He's holding his position up there from the start, which is great. There's a yellow flag down here. I don't know what that is. BB is incredibly quick around this section of the track, so just have to be aware he's going to gain on me down here. We're only 16 seconds off the front, which after 15 minutes ain't so bad. It tells you it's like 3 seconds a lap, which was the gap to Sam, but he's come all the way from the back to the front, so I am as slow as custard in a river. That's me. So Seb was on softs, he's gone to the pits. Sam was on mediums, I know he was. I saw his tyre change before the race, but I didn't publicise it. Two more laps for me. No rain on the rain radar. We've got 2.3 laps of fuel left, so we are on target for where we need to be. And here's BB. Oh, he bump drafts me. He doesn't actually go for the pass, which he was entitled to. He does give me the bumpety. He gave me the bump draft, which, good on him, he didn't have to. I'd have let him go, I'd have given him that apex, and he knows that. But he was being a gentleman. It really is a bit early in the race to be making massive lunges and dives, but looks like BKR is on his way to making that pass on JB very soon. JB's just making it incredibly difficult for people to pass, and I don't mean that as a deliberate thing. He is genuinely a quick driver and he knows where to place his car. He's a professional, by the way. If anybody didn't know, he races for he drives for every man. And he's just had a little incident there, which he just managed to get himself back to. Very gentlemanly by Triple Back. I'm going to take this right-hand line, which is going to be quicker, but it's going to give everybody a spot of bother. I managed to get round there, but I've had to give the place back up. I got out on the marbles. And I'm on to my last lap here. Big Bad Barry's gone in the pits. This will be my last lap, which will take me to 39. And my tyres will be saying adios. I think JB's tyres have got to that point, maybe. But the tyres are actually looking pretty good. But the evening is on its way. We've got the long shadows starting. I'm in the draft of BKR, but he's got that car that's exceptionally quick. Can we benefit from that? We're up to third place. Wow. And BKR just outbrakes himself. Gets a bit of a drift on. We go round the outside because we're able to carry that speed. I think tyres might be on the way out for a few people. Yeah, there were a few people on softs for first stint, I think, weren't there? Definitely, I think. I've just got to be a little bit cagey on these tyres just here. That left-hand curb gets a bit tricky for me. We saw that in the warm-up laps. Right, pitting in this time. And we're on for the fastest lap of the race at this point as well. But I've not got the fuel. I've only got half a lap to go when I get back to the start finish. So we're going to pit in from second. We still lost a... Oh, Sam's gone in as well, so... We're doing alright. Here comes BKR. Hold over to the right. I couldn't go anywhere. He was so much quicker than me through there. I'm going to hold it tight and go to the pits, hoping he's not going to the pits. He did come in the pits. So we're in for a set of mediums. All the fuel. But I've no idea what the rain's doing. No idea. Everybody's in. BB was on softs. Is that telling me that BB went from softs from the start? Oh my lord. Getting those extra tyre miles out of that, that's tremendous. Heathen Spirit goes to the lead. 911 RSR. We just overtake Sam in the pits, courtesy of Pitbox. And then we're taking the fuel now. So we're the first to be getting fuel. Sam's out and away. We're taking it all, so... Is there any chance that we're... No, we're not. Seb's going to come through. Bad Barry's up because they pitted early. Have they gone to mediums or are they still on softs? Are they on a 3-stop soft strategy? Maybe. What we don't want is an unforced error here in the pit lane. Coming out. Get that radar back up. It's a lovely clear evening here at Spa. As I say, the shadows are now casting their way across the track. Now this is the crux. This is the crucial part of the race. We gained an advantage through the pit stops purely because of the size of fuel tank and the fact that we had slightly more fuel than everybody else. We've got to see if we can make 5th place ours. I'm looking for a no mistake stint here. Looks like BKR has dropped away slightly. Don't know where he is. But BB's going to chase us down. He's incredibly quick, and if he's on softs, he's going to be much quicker. But that explains why he was quicker onto the old circuit than we were. Heathen's coming now. That's good fuel economy from Heathen to get himself up into that spot. That's given him a dead chance of coming out very close to us in 5th. We're 8 seconds behind Bad Barry, so if we try and clock where we're going to come here, and if we can spot Heathen for when he starts to take fuel, he's not taking fuel yet. You can just see physically how close BB's got there. He's down to a second. Fuel's now going into Heathen. He's got the 100, so he's going to be coming out the top of the hill when we are. Heather's been dropped back behind us, but he's going to come out somewhere round about where we are. Oh, we just slid through there. The front end washed out on me. I'm going to stay to the right. BB's got the run there. I front tyres washed out. I had to change up and slow down. Changing up to slow down, it's a bit weird, but it gears the car down. I didn't want the back end to slide. That was a mistake. Ooh, back end's twitched on me there. Ooh, I felt that through the steering wheel. By heck, I thought that was the steering wheel bugging out. That's the only thing that could destroy my night tonight, is the steering wheel going at a point where I didn't want it to. It never bugs out on the straight, does it? So Heathen got back into the group in 7th. I've just started to detect a little bit of sound lag coming back, and I don't know why that is. I thought I had fixed the sound lag issue. Be back to YouTube videos to try and find out what causes that. Helmet's on his way. Now, if you remember, Helmet had a little incident in front of me, swung off to the right, then swung back, and I had nowhere to go. Just clipped him up off into the circuit, which was his own incident, but he's coming back. So if he gets back to me, I'll give him the run, because I didn't really take that position, did I? BB is catching the car in front. We are catching Big Bad Barry. He is not the 8 seconds ahead that he was. We're getting blue flags here. Why are we getting blue flags? That's just put me off massively. Oh, it's not Big Bad Barry, it's Speedy BE. Oh. There was me thinking I've got a car coming up behind me. How can that be? I didn't realise. Donut. So there's genuine mistake number 1, which I didn't want. That's lost me a place. And BKR's coming, and he's going to be so much quicker than me down here. But Helmet got his spot back, no drama. He's just going to make his way off the circuit to the left. I'm going to hold a tighter line and try and get myself back to Helmet, and then try and catch BB. And it looks like the evening is on its way in, and it looks like it's clouding up. It's definitely going overtask. It looks like BKR is going to be moving quicker than me at this point of the race as well. He's going to get me coming down here, so as we make our way to the old circuit, he'll get the line, and I'll just move out of his way to give it to him. There he goes. It's his line if he wants it. He can take the narrow one, and then I'll just back out of it. I didn't do that last time. I'll just back out of it now. There we go. He's got his 4-ways on. I'm not sure why. Is he on the pause? Not sure. Maybe he's just pressed a button and doesn't realise. Yeah, John is... Speedy BE is Speedy Belgium, that's what it is. Speedy BE is just same position as me, same wheel, same pedals, having the same sort of issues, just trying to get set up. So I told him about the brake saturation thing, and Now he's just got to find his happy set of controls, control settings for force feedback and wheel speed, etc. But I'm sure he'll get there. We're in 7th place, which... come on, Widow. Let's see what we can do. This car gets better the lighter the fuel goes, so... I'm watching that rain radar. I think something's not quite clear, but it's happening. Carried a little bit too much speed into there. 80's on his way now. So as the heat of the day dissipates, so does the heat in the track, and so does the grip on the tyres. So what we're going to experience now is the grip I was experiencing in the first stint, where I was clearly faster than people when they were on fading tyres. I'm not going to quite have that now because the tyre temperature isn't there. But we are quicker than we are earlier, so we're going to go, if everything pans out the way it is, 0.381 faster this lap than we were on a 221. That's still 5 seconds 5 seconds slower than Sam. Just can't believe it. I just can't believe that. I'm hearing lots of chatter behind. So only just quicker, but it still says we are quicker than we were earlier. And that's got to be the brake balance. So we had that small incident at turn 1, didn't we, letting people past. So let's get focus, get the eyes down, let's see where we go. 3 seconds to BKR. Sparks happening now through Eau Rouge up to Radion. And away we go. Lap 13 down. Here comes AD. Is he going to be in a position to make the pass? He doesn't aim to be, but I'm 100% sure he wants to be. The sparks are pretty decent here. Also at Daytona. It's great to see Daniel still watching. Happy days. I know Mr. Fishy there is a racer himself. And we had a good chat today. Got to show him the rig. Got to show him what I've done with it. And there's a quicker lap time. That makes me feel good. But then looking to the left and seeing 48 seconds behind the leader, that's a bit of a heartbreaker. Thank you, Dee. Thank you, Daniel. Oh, AD has a fishtail in moment behind us. Those headlights flash from left to right, and I saw it. Look at them sparks. They're tremendous. I'm going to try and do the same myself through here for the car behind. And no lift through there. We're down to half fuel. Trying to get to the 20-minute mark. 5 minutes to go. if we can push beyond that to try and get a set of softs for the last stint, that would be tremendous. So we just took 2 seconds off our fastest lap there almost. There's a hell of a commotion going on in the voice chat. I don't know exactly what's going on there, but I'm not going to be distracted to listen to it. BB's made his way up to 3rd, getting ahead of Big Bad Barry. Oh, now he's back down again. There's obviously overtakes being made. So just while I settle into this groove for the last 2 or 3 laps of this stint, maybe a little longer. Got to go and look at the old fuel and see what we've got. I know we're just below half, so there's probably 4 more laps to go. But I've got that rain radar screen on for a reason, and I'm looking for that rain. We've made 2 seconds up on... That's not strictly true, is it? We haven't made 2 seconds up on BKR. But somebody's pitted and dropped back. I don't know who that is, because we've made our way up to 6th place. Seb's gone to the pits off the medium, so he pitted early off the soft, so he's going to be good for a set of softs. He's going to be good for a set of mediums to the end now with 23 minutes to go, if he can stretch the fuel. And he's got to think about that. Stretching the fuel is the hardest thing here. If you're going to try and maintain the speed, but... So that puts BB up to 2nd place, and the headlights are now starting to shine down the track. If it's going to rain in the last 20 minutes, it's going to cause right chaos at the front, and it could cause all sorts of commotion. There's no rain on the radar, so let's just check the fuel. 3.1 laps left. So we got 3 laps at this point, which will take us to lap 19, which is good. Itchy nose. And the track lights come on. We're up into 5th place again, by courtesy of pits. I'm using the 911 RSR, Mariana. Welcome, Mariana. Good evening. But look at that cloud. That's looking ever so aggressive. Two laps to go after this one. Did I cut the apex too much? Is it going to give me a kick in? We're gear slamming our way down to 1st gear there. There's no rain on the radar, so we've got 2.3 laps. That's cool. We are where we are. Well, the Miura is a lovely car. I bought it. I bought a beige one and then painted it lime green. Mr. Ball goes to the pits. As we continue to put in faster sectors, faster segments. We're nowhere near that fastest lap of a 2:19, but the sun is setting, the sun is on its way down. There's no Red Scout night for us. Wilkie wants it to rain. It looks like it's going to, doesn't it? Oh, 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 as he shoots off the circuit. Don't spin, you mother. Oh, Christ alive. There's me looking to the heavens, looking for the rain, thinking, yeah, no. Flicking back to... That's being distracted. Not by Wilkie, by me doing, not focused. I've got the grip in the tyres, it's there. We're 7 seconds from BKR. 3 seconds we lost on that lap. Oh, come on, Widow. We got 1 lap to do after this and then we're in. We don't need to take tyres at this point. Sam's in off softs. What's he doing on softs, man? If the rain comes, it's going to come absolutely hooning in. Right, this is my last lap here. Everybody else is in. I'm looking at the rain radar. Nobody else is seeing rain, so... BB was on softs again. Can I make a set of softs last 15 minutes? I don't know if I can. Oh no! Oh no! I do not know what happened there. I have no idea what happened there. That was just a very unusual snap. So that's lost me 8 seconds. There should be plenty grip in my tyres. Those tyres should not be losing traction at this point. So I think I'm going to put the softs on purely because of the time of night. And hope and pray they last 15 minutes. Eight seconds back to JB. Oh, that was a terrible... That's my second unforced error. If the planned pit stop was this lap anyway, would it have made any difference? It probably would. So we know we've got 17 minutes. That's going to be 8 laps. We only need 8 laps of fuel. Based on the 220. Oh, look at that. The mileage on the car. World Cup winning year, 1966. That's got to be fate, hasn't it? There's the fuel warning. We're going in. Maybe I just entered Eau Rouge far too quickly, washed the car out, maybe. There we go. We're going to take softs. We're going to take 8 laps of fuel. Time is going to tick away. So 7 laps is 14. Maybe we take 7 laps. 7 laps is 14. 7 laps times the 20 is 1.4 minutes. 16 minutes. 7 laps of fuel. 7 laps, 7 times 20 is 2 minutes. 7 laps of fuel will do it. JB's in as well. He's got slightly more tyre than me. He then goes through. We've gone to softs as well. This could be tricky. We could be pushing it too much on these softs. I don't know. I don't want to go that quickly. 6, 7. Yeah, it probably did. I probably cut it too sharp, didn't I? I probably rode that curb too much. But it felt like the car snapped to the left beforehand. So we're in 8th. I've got 3 places to make up. Why does it look like rain? Oh, the night's cleared up. Look, the cloudy sky has gone, and we've got stars. We've also got somebody behind us who's absolutely flying. It's Mr. Ball. Yeah, well, good evening, Mr. Ball. That's Stephen Ball, different Ball. We've got a lot of work to do here to try and get back to that 5th spot we thought we owned. I don't think the wheel bugged out. I think it was all me. So Heathen's going to be running quite long. I don't know why our fuel didn't go the same 10 laps that we thought it would go as the first stint. Maybe we were faster and running out of air, but I felt I was in a queue of traffic for a little while. No, we did a lot of fuel saving at the start, didn't we, in the first 3 or 4 laps because of the traffic. That's why we got that extra lap out the first stint. Ady's just got ahead of Mr. Ball. Now there is a potential for some further stoppers, for people doing potential 3 stops. But looking at it, BB is one who's on the softs, but he's been doing the speed on the softs and the laps, so we were slow through there. We changed it. I'm going to keep to the right here and give Ady that left-hand line. I changed up to 6th way too early. I'm going to back out of it early because he's got that position. I'm assuming he's pitted. So I'm just going to hang on his 6, put the pressure on, see if I can keep with him, see if I can not make any mistakes, see if I can run these tyres to the end. I got up to 6th so quick coming out of Eau Rouge that the car had no acceleration at all. Just going to keep him where we want him, catbird seat him, just give him the headlights all the time. Try and run the car as well as we can. I'm slow onto that part of the circuit, aren't I? Yeah. And I've got soft tyres. I should be absolutely flying. The tyres are starting to take wear. See, the rears have just picked up a little bit coming around there. So Seb's gone into the pits, look. He's going to short fill with only 11 minutes to go. BB's up to 3rd and Heathen's hang on really well there. Made that fuel last really, really well. Seb's dropped right back. Has Seb got a problem? No, he's taking fuel now. So I expect him to go on softs. Look, the front end did the same thing. It washes out to the left, and I've had to oversteer or correct it. The car in front had the same problem, but he managed to keep the speed. I didn't. I was more concerned with Seb as I was going through Eau Rouge. I shouldn't really be thinking about and driving about who's on in the pit, should I? Right, we've just let Edie get away from us with that incident through Eau Rouge. Let's get the hammer down and let's... We've got the tyres. There's only 4 laps to go. These tyres will last that long. Let's see if we can get back on his 6. Apply the pressure. When you say the old layout of Spa, you mean the old one? Yeah, snap. That's where I've also got it in a game called Grand Prix Legends and race it in like 1960s cars. It's absolutely epic. I like to race it in Caterhams on the Project Cars 2. Right, we've got the potential here. We're just going to hold it back though. We're not going to push. We're not going to push at the most dangerous part of the circuit to try and make an overtake. Fast part of the circuit, sweeping left and right. Not going to do that. Somebody's just spun round. Oh, that's Mr. Winkles again. Just had a moment. Helmet's gone to the pits. Kind of expecting Seb to come through with the pressure on. Heathen's in the pits. I've gone to the left here. I've got the line. He's backed out of it. He's a gentleman. I'm going to try and smooth this up. There we go. But where I've made the overtake there, he's going to come back and he's going to get the slipstream. And I'm expecting to give the place away. Good luck, Scampster. Enjoy that break. Is he going to get the legs? My tyres are looking a third done at this point. He was carrying a lot of speed up there. Fifth place. Now I'm expecting a couple of those guys to come back really heavily through here in the last 10 minutes. Seb and the other fella, can't remember who it was that pitted, but I'm expecting them to come through. They've got 3 laps to come back and make a challenge, so it doesn't look like we're going to have any rain. It's going to be a dry race again. 100% random weather turns into a dry race. Can you believe it? No hint of rain at all. You saw me make the settings. I've not faked them. Let's just hope that happens for Le Mans, or even this Saturday. I thought Project Cars 2 was the best of its era. I'm not going to say the best sim. I think it's definitely the best of its era. There was no game around its time that equalled what that's got. There was another game that was pretty good, but it came before it, and it was called Legends. Sports Car Legends or something. We've managed to put some distance on 80. I think his tyres are probably at the end. There's not a lot left in mine, I must admit. It's got 3 laps to do. I might be a little bit rope-a-dope for the last 3 laps. But let's see what happens. GR3. Yeah. Now, one thing I've promised myself I'm going to do very shortly is I'm going to resurrect an old PlayStation and try and play some of these games and just have a little bit of a moment and a think about just what it was like back in the day. I know we say these things. TOCA Touring Cars was epic. I thought it was brilliant. But that was when it was what it was. I don't want to see it now. I did it with the PlayStation 1 and put the original Gran Turismo on, and it broke me. I couldn't handle just how bad the graphics were. It wasn't what I remembered. So I want to put the PlayStation 3 on, and I want to go back to GT5. Yeah. I want to play through and have a little bit of a reminisce, and you know, and get it connected up and see what actually works. I just haven't had time to do it, but I want to. After we get Le Mans out of the way, we're going to have a nostalgia night, I reckon, just for me, just for a little bit of enjoyment. Share with you what I used to play. See if we can get a bit of AI racing going. I don't know. Let's see what it's like. See if it still works. We're 6 seconds ahead of Mr. Ball. 80s fell away. My rears have got 2 laps left in them. There's 3 minutes 56 to go. I'm not seeing anybody come thrashing back through the field. As I go wide at turn 1, I was looking to the time on the left, thinking, what's going on there? He's still doing licenses on Gran Turismo 1. Epic. I've still got my PlayStation 1 upstairs. I've still got Gran Turismo 1 in a box. That'd be great to get that connected up and just see what it... Well, I know what, I've done it. I did it not so long ago. I did it probably 5 or 6 years ago when GT Sport was just coming out. I was waiting for GT Sport and I thought, oh, let's give that a try. And it was horrendous to see what it looked like. And Stephen Ball is going to be racing in Heathen's motor. Great stuff, mate. Well done. Awesome. Great to hear that. Be great to have you along, man. Great stuff. Two minutes 25 to go. What am I like for fuel? Has anybody looked at my fuel? Oh my lord. We've got no rain coming through. There's fuel. Mr. Ball is taking time out of me here. I've got 1.8 laps to go. We've measured it absolutely perfectly. We're not going to lap by Sam. He's only 1 minute 35 ahead. We're 4 seconds ahead of Mr. Ball. We're not going to get a podium, but BB is pushing really hard up there. Well done, BB. Here we go then, start of our final lap, 1 minute 31. Sam is probably going to get that extra lap and lap us by default. He's going to try and push for that. It's very close, 1 minute 37 behind. We went across the line at 1:31. So there's a chance he might just pip that extra lap. He might do. Which I'll be... No, I won't be gutted. But it will mean he didn't lap me on the circuit, which I'll be happy with. That's a landmark in the sand. Mr. Ball is still catching. We just have to make sure we get to the end now. We don't have to have any incidents. We don't have to make any mistakes. Just take it to the end. The softs work beautifully. Seb's made his way back up to 8th. That 3-stop strat didn't have it, did it? He had to go softs to try and get his way through the field, I think. But then punished by the extra pit stops. And Sam, just amazing. He got the laps and the fuel out of that car. Same as BB. BB to run. He's run softs all season. He's been tremendously quick. But I don't want to talk it up too much. A 5th place, if it can happen. There's the end of the race. Did Sam make it round? He's not flagged, so that means he's got the extra lap. He's done it. He's actually done it. He's put the extra lap in. He'll be on lap 27. Lap 27? Lap 26 he'll be on. BB takes the flag as the first finisher then. In 2nd place, it's a tremendous result for BB. Well deserved. BKR, I knew I was racing with him at one point. But that's a great result for him. And Big Bad Barry in the Supra. We've got yellow flags here, don't know what they're about. Very loose back end with the old worn tyres, but we're going to come through the line for a 5th place. I'm actually happy with that. I'm actually happy with that. That feels good. That's decent. That's, I always thought you were a bit soft. Well done, Bawley. You were. I was saying it all the way through. It was a great race. Well done, Chris. You fell away a bit, but that was great. He did the 3-stop. Yeah. That was tremendous. So that was 2 real incidents for me, which both of them sat in my court. That going through Eau Rouge was just, it felt different. No credits for that though. 5th, race 3 positions. Well, we got 49,000 credits. Happy days. And what ticket do we get? We got the ticket last night, didn't we? That was a 130 lap race, 130 mile race. That was pretty good going. But 5th place, happy with that. Great result, guys. That was tricky. Now let's just have a look through then. Let's have a look. Need to save the replay before we do anything. Replay, save. Let's have a go through. The thanks are starting to come through on the chat from people. So just to emulate that, it was a great race by everybody. Pretty clean. I didn't notice any issues. I've got my one hand to raise Helmet Racer on something like lap 9, where he spun off to the right, recovered, but then came cutting across the back of me. Had nowhere to go. That was the only real incident I could remember involving anybody else. A little bit around the car stuff with Mr. Ball. Got alongside him at one point, switched back. I don't think he thought I was there, but we did it. So let's... Right, it's not an issue. It wasn't your fault. It was racing. So, Sam, fastest lap at 2:16.425. That's insane. Finishes an extra lap above everybody because he just nipped through as I thought he would. BB, great result in the GTR. BKR in 3rd. Then we get a Big Bad Barry in 4th place. I think, and I'm not being negative, I thought Big Bad Barry would finish just a bit further up there, but don't know if there was an incident. Don't know. That's out the top of my head. Me in 5th, which is kind of where, if you remember back to pre-qualification, pre the qualification, I was 5th, so that sort of sits where we were. Where are we lap times wise? 2:9.16, 2:9.9, or just inside the 2:20. Mr. Ball, timed equal with my fastest lap. Look at that. And then there was only, what? There was only 4 seconds between us at the end. So who'd have thought we'd have been racing each other? That would have been the race, eh? That one overtake coming through the end of that long straight was the difference between us, I would have thought. That was it. That one overtake was critical. Seb in 7th, who I think was sat in 2nd for a long time, but that extra pit stop really had the effect. Helmet had his own incidents through the race, but again, great finish in 8th. 2:18. Look at that, 2:18.0 for Seb, 2:18.7. That just goes to show how fast these guys are. They are tremendously quick. 80 in 9th. 2:18.8 again, look. I'm just inside the 2:20s and they're 1.2 seconds a lap faster. JB in 10th. Heathen was running up in 2nd place up until 5 laps to go. Purely because of the way the pit stops are falling. He was great on fuel, managing to save it and get himself up there. Ran 3 or 4 laps beyond the 2nd stint. Fat man still struggling with the car. But look at that. Fastest lap time. He's faster than me. Big Popper always said he was going to have a really difficult race here. And I'm not entirely sure where it's going to be like on Friday. But I don't think it's the circuit his problem. I think it's just the car, the 458. So wishing him better. Speedy BE, it's his first time racing with us really. That's John Winkles from the chat. He has just set up with a Fanatec wheel and pedals and he's just going through the setup process. So there should be no disrespect on the 4 laps down. And then Grumps, who actually was the fastest lap holder with a 2:17, I think. Well, it says 2:19 there, but I'm sure he had a fastest lap of the race at some point before he quit. And he was absolutely... Okay, so a quick message to John Winkles from the field. Well, a member of the field saying, well done, 100 man points for really sticking to the blue flags and really giving the racers a chance to get past. So well done, my friend. And that concludes the races. That concludes that one. A real good effort by the 420 team. And it was just a shame that 420 wasn't actually 420 Motorsport, as in Hayes, wasn't actually here to see their guys race. That was a stunning race. Really good. Really, really good. So, no, I'm really pleased with the 5th place. That gives me a lot of confidence. If the wheel didn't bug out, and that wasn't a bugging out coming through Eau Rouge, the wheel performed very, very well tonight. My new brake settings are not 100% perfect, but they're getting there. I'm really liking the firmer pedal. Yeah, Hayes is back Friday, I think, isn't he? It's Blue Hayes, yeah. I call him Purple Hayes because of the Jimmy Hayes. What am I trying to say? Too many Hayes. Purple Hayes was Jimi Hendrix, wasn't it? That's why I'm getting it wrong. Yeah. Is it? Well, yeah, so it is. But the other thing that's a real head smasher is all the 420 guys have a different name in the chat and in the channels. And it's like, oh, I can't get my head around that. Oh. But, no, great run. Good win, Sam. Good win. And the rain gods never came. That needs to be talked about. Where was the rain dance? We had building cloud up until the point it went dark. And then I looked up and the clouds had all dissipated and we had a starry night. But, yeah, my strategy was medium, soft. I did the last 15 minutes on a set of softs and I think there was a couple of racers out there that went soft all the way. And if you did soft all the way, that's tremendous. Absolutely tremendous. 3 stints on softs. Wowzers. I managed to gain lots of time in the latter parts of my stints purely because I think the guys on softs tyres were really starting to erode. But that'll also explain some of my lap times being slower, but there we go. Medium soft softs. Hey up, Seb. Yeah, good race, bud. Seven laps. Yeah, good race though. Really, really good. Just a shout out to everybody. Has everybody got the replay? Because I know Big Papa needs to just give me a message to say he's took screenshots. If he's done what he needs to do, I will set the track up for Friday, and we'll give people to put some laps in Friday. For Friday. Big Papa's good, excellent. So I'm going to change the server over. And this is really quite difficult to do this. So we go GR1. Save settings. Right, well that was ace. 5th place, that's going to give me an opportunity to make a few inroads on the league. I can definitely drop my lowest point there, can't I? Just listening to what JB's saying. Right. Change cars. So just going to do a little bit of a selling point. This Friday is the GR3 race. GR1 race, which we're setting for now. But Saturday, I am taking over the GT Amiga stream for those people that don't know. I'm going to be on their Twitch channel, Twitch TV, GT Amiga TV. And that'll be from 6 o'clock Saturday night through to midnight UK time. I'm actually out in Sheffield during the day, so I'm going to be running to get back here for 6 o'clock to get that started. But we're anticipating on Saturday doing a 4-hour race around Spa, the 4 hours of Spa. We're going to have a field of 16 in one lobby, and if more people turn up, we're going to have a second lobby, and we're going to have to need somebody to host that second lobby. I don't know who that will be, but I could host a lobby with my PlayStation 4 if we needed to. And then there's going to be as many team drivers as we can get into the channel. So I'm not entirely sure whether Mr. Ball, Stephen Ball, will be around at Heathen's house. Whether Heathen will be there with him. I know Big Papa, Fat Man, me, JB, Sam, etc. will all be on our own. So Seb's going to be joining us. BKR's going to be joining us because they're thinking about if they can actually get together to make a team to join the race. It would be tremendous if they could. You've got BB. He's got a second PlayStation, so I don't know whether BB's going to have 2 PlayStations going and the drivers swapping between, or whether there's going to be multiple races, because these guys also, and it's a little bit of a point to note, if they're not on my friends list and they're using their own PlayStation, they won't be able to join the lobby because it'll be a friends only lobby again. I can't make it public because it would just go nutso, won't it? 4-hour race. No, it won't happen. So really looking forward to that. That's going to be a tremendous 6 hours. We're going to have the stream start at 6. We're going to do a little bit of chat, a little bit of playthrough. I'll do a couple of laps. We'll do the intro to the teams. Quali's going to start at 6:30. And we've got 20 minutes of quali. We're then going to have We'd like to get that half past the hour on the go quickly, so we've got a decent break so people can refill their drinks, get any snacks that they need down beside them, and then get into the race and get on. That would be really good. Then it's 4 hours. We're going to go from 7 p.m. till 11 o'clock at night. And if you think we did 26 laps today, it's going to be approximately 100 laps non-stop. Tyre well will be 1 for 1, so we're on fuel times 4 at the moment. Say that again. So if you're generally planning for Saturday to run the race and you're still in the process of deciding which car, you can run whichever car you want to. But if you've settled on a car, no, I appreciate you can't. So you use any car. Use what car you want to use, yeah. But in general, if people were thinking about, yeah, he's good man, good race. Where did he finish? I can't remember. He was 3rd, wasn't he? Yeah, good race. Yeah, good race. Good race. He was in the Mazda, wasn't he? Beautiful sounding car. Beautiful sounding car. But yeah, anybody racing on Saturday, really, if you're in the race, it's because you're revving up for the Le Mans race and you're going to try and use the car. I know Big Popper is changing. He's going to use the FAP because he wants to test the FAP in a. He's already tested the 919 at Le Mans. He wants to test the FAP in an environment where, you know, it's similar to racing. So he's running the FAP to test. And then, by the way, anybody racing on Friday that's in the league who is trying to try out for the race at Le Mans, you don't have to use the same car. You can chop and change. You can test. It's up to you. He's just changed to the FAP. Right. It'd be great to have representatives from 420. It will make it tougher only having 2 drivers, you know. Whilst it's going to be tremendously difficult with 1 driver, 2 drivers is going to make that situation much, much easier, but it's still going to be tough. I haven't heard from Bish, you know, in a couple of weeks. And I need to just check in with Bish, see if he's alright, and see if he's in a situation or whether he can. You think the FAP's easy going? I find the FAP difficult to drive. I find the FAP is not as pleasant because it's rear wheel drive. There's a comfort blanket in the 4-wheel drive for me of the 919. Suffering with that sound lag again. I wonder if my sound card, my capture card is overheating. Now here's a question for the techies out there. Does USB carry audio? Or does HDMI that carries audio, USB doesn't it? USB doesn't carry audio. No. Say again. Right. That's going to actually be an interesting thing to check. because there's a line in that comes off my capture card that I wonder if that's causing an issue, and I should be using the feed from the HDMI rather than the line in. I use the line in because it's a dedicated line and I thought the audio would be better. Who was that? Mr. Ball, our Bally. You sound so different, what is it? No, okay, so you're not here next week, not a problem, man. Okay, enjoy your break, my friend, enjoy. And you'll join us for Le Mans in the final week then, yeah, Le Mans. Yeah, good stuff, man, have a good one. Alright, Bally, great racing today, mate. Great result. See you, buddy. Have a good one, mate. Adios, fat man. You take care, buddy. Great racing, mate. See you Friday. That's tremendous. I've been left foot braking for donkeys. Chris, do you drive a manual car then? Yeah, understood. So, do not attempt to drive your automatic car two-footed. You'll break your nose. This thing accelerates like an absolute train. Tyre wear, 12 laps of fuel. This is going to be decent. So lap times are going to be what? 2.0s, 2.09s. The bad Barry's in the 2.0s. Sorry, whoever that was. Apologies. Did that somebody come out of the pits? Okay, sorry, mate. You're in the Porsche. Yeah, it's insane how fast it accelerates. So it's going to be soft tyres for this race. I don't think the tyres are going to be a problem. Great balance. it's going to be soft tyres and we're going to be able to go all the way on the fuel, I think. 4 laps. Now, if I'm right, 16 laps. 16 laps is going to be 30 minutes, isn't it? It's a one-stop, this. It's a one-stop. Is it a one-stop SOS? Subject to rain. It's a one-stop SOS. Look at those gear changes go. You can see the car jerk as he's doing the gears. We're going into a full out 6th gear. Wait for the washout. No, the washout didn't occur. Oh, he wasn't expecting me on the left. That just took all my speed away. Helmet comes past us. Practice, practice, practice. That's the left foot brake in there. I finished 5th, Mr. Scamster. Finished 5th. No major incidents before the end. Wasn't catching really the guy in front. All behind us was catching me up, but a comfortable 5th, which we were driving not to lose rather than to win, which was all right. That's kind of where we wanted to be at the start of the night. That meant qualifying wasn't as good as it could have been. Yeah, if you take away those 2 incidents, if you added 10 seconds, roughly, I would have probably been a second or 2 behind 4th, so... What was BKR driving just a minute ago to put a 2.0 in? Ah, right, okay. No, just now in this, he's put a 2.0 fastest lap. Sorry, that's Big Bad Barry's put a 2.0 in. Right, okay, so my lap time's a mile off then. I'm going to go left, you go right. Here comes Big Papa in the 919. It's going to be a very different race on Friday for Big Papa, I think. We're up to Lac 6, so I think it's going to be... I'm thinking it's going to be more mediums. One stop mediums on Friday. Papa went to the grass. I'm going to try and roll this car in 5th for those corners through there. We've all got penalties, look. I had nowhere to go. Yeah. I was praying you were. You'd have been one hell of a bump draft if you weren't. Yeah. Big Popper again. He's going to dash out. He's going to be there. He's not. Oh, I'll break myself there. How can he say that with a straight face? Don't forget this too. Oh, Big Popper. He's gone for the squeeze. That's going to be one hell of a move. How did you make that gap? How did you get there? That's tremendous. That's balls the size of sheep's testicles. Good line through there, Big P. Yeah, exactly that. Big Popper just let the car go there. Picks up a penalty. Just through that corner, just picked up that, just carried a little bit too much speed through there. Scampy, watch Clarkson's Farm, the first series. 36 centimetre circumference on the sheep's testicles that he purchased. 36 centimetres. Exactly. So we're on 9 laps, fuel is halfway, so that's going to be 18. We're on soft tyres, the tyres are halfway, so we've actually been running 23 minutes according to the lap, at 9 laps. This is good for a one-stop softs, it really is. Is Big Popper coming or is he packed? He's just, I think he's packed right out. He's gone to the pits, that's what he's done. No, one-stop softs, subject to weather. Oh, I needed to say to Big Popper as well, I can't find his YouTube video of the lap time challenge. I need to have a chat with him. Need him. Ah, yes. So the merch website is just down for a day. I had a thought that we should quality check. So I've just shut the door on the website just for now. The website's still there, but there's nothing on it. Purely because I've no idea what it's going to be that comes through the door if anybody buys. So I thought the best thing to do, be a bit smart, just get some samples through the door first, have a look at them and make sure I'm happy with them. Both quality, etc, etc, etc. So I've done the mugs, I've had the mugs through. As you can see, they're alright. I've gone for a slight change on the mugs. So the 2 mugs that we're going to give away at the Make-A-Wish event are going to be totally unique. No. No, I'm not going to break London off. That's not fair. It's not Say again. Most useless mugs ever. But yeah, so the merch stuff is just going to be, I think it's arriving Saturday, so if it's good we'll turn it back on for the weekend and we'll go from there. I just didn't want anybody to buy anything before I've actually seen stuff, so I wanted people to see the web store, but I didn't want people to be able to buy anything. I hope that makes sense. Everything went to launch a bit quicker than I wanted it to, because I never intended that Facebook profile to go live with it. It was just asking me to link my Facebook, and the next thing I know, it's done a blooming launch. It's like, what the hell? I'd never even ticked the box to make the shop active, and it just did it all in one shot. And it's like, what the poop? So we're only 1.6 seconds lap time speed off the BB. I don't know what BB's driving, whether BB's in the FAP or whether he's in the 919. 919, excellent. Any widow wifers? We haven't gone that far, sir. My wife's had an influence though. She wanted a tote bag, so we designed a tote bag. She wanted a baseball shirt, so we designed her a baseball shirt, only because it has 3/4 sleeves. Good night, Helmet Racer. Great racing, buddy. Unfortunate for you, pal, but we'll see you on the next one. Lap 11. 5 laps. It's definitely going to do it. Sorry, Scampy, you said no. So the web shop we've chosen to use is a dropship environment. So they hold no stock. They print to order, and they print and dispatch within 24 hours of order receipt. 7 days a week. So their normal target is an 8-hour order receipt to print, depending on the location. So they also print locally. So if you're ordering from the US, you will get US-based product. If you're ordering from Asia, you'll get an Asian-based product, which it's all the same quality, it's all the same standard. It's just that it gets printed in the locale to reduce the environmental effect. It's a very green. Yeah, go for it. If you turn him on his side, it looks just the same. Where was I before JB rudely interrupted with a silly question? Yeah, so it's a very green. It's the greenest of them that I chose, not because I'm whatever it is. It's just that I felt the environmental factors were better than. So it's 50% recycled cotton. Everything is designed to be able to go to recycling rather than waste. So I suppose you've got to think about that with people like Borley, who really goes for the woke world. You need those wifers. We could do wifers. He's already gone though, hasn't he? So no, he's already left. So it's a shame. I've not designed a wife beater for Sam yet, you know, the old muscle vest. I've not done that one, but we will do. Well, you've got a time up there in third, so you must have done a lap. Or is that your out lap that's got you to third? It'd be his out lap, won't it? JB's actually got the fuel down to 4%. That's hefty. 12 laps. I've got 12 laps. I've got 28% left. Oh, you don't get to 6th on the straight? Wowza, I get to 7th easy. BB's got 8% left. How many laps did you do, Beeb? 11. In the 919? Holy chipotle. So you're going to be 24, 26 and a half minutes. You're not in the one-stop world. One-stop softs. Yeah, that's where I'm going, I think. Yeah. Yeah, it looks like I'm on for looks like I'm on for 16 laps. Because you don't change gear, you just keep it slamming through. Yeah, yeah. I just love the way the 919, the battery never runs out. It just starts building up again once it runs out. And in it whilst it's driving. See, my Mini's got it as well. My Mini's got battery gen. So's my BMW, which is just quite bizarre. So they've got a rotor on the back axle that generates electric when it's rolling along. So if you're in cruise control on the motorway and it's not throttling, the rear brakes generate electric, which is bizarre. It basically means that the alternator isn't putting any drag on the engine, and they adjust it from, they turn the alternator off, or the ability to disconnect the alternator. I guess that's via a clutch or similar, and it just takes the load off the motor, which means it doesn't burn as much fuel, which is great. So I get like 12 miles per gallon instead. It is, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, they call it, the technical term for it is called sailing. So my BMW had, my estate had that in Eco Pro. You could, it used the wind as well, blowing on the side of the car. If it felt the fact that the wind was hitting it and was pushing the car, it would cut the throttle. It would allow the wind to do it, which was really weird. The manual on the dashboard tells you all about it when you read through it. Yeah. Yeah. Mate of mine's got a a Seat that does exactly the same thing, because they're the same engine, aren't they? The 1.6 is exactly the same. It cuts a cylinder off. I think, is that the 3-cylinder one? 4-cylinder, yeah. It goes down to 2 cylinders at some points as well. Yeah, really, really clever. But it has to be, considering they've robbed us for years with this fuel economy stat. But I'm out of juice. What time is it? 11:20. Well, we're coming to the end of this stint, which is working out to be really quite decent, and the grip really is starting to go off these back tyres. So, as you can see, I just had that spin. Fastest lap at 2:03.457. Sam's absolutely hammered in a 1:58. It hurts. It's just mental. I'm on 9. Yeah, he's using the older model. S10, yeah. 917, he's gone back even further. Living legend. But it's great, yeah. Somebody's behind me. Who's this? All I can see is headlights. I'll get out of their way. Well, that's Samikins. How's he so? I know how he's quick, but he's just sparks as well. Tremendous. I want to watch him go through Eau Rouge. Look at him go. Were you talking to me, JB? Sorry. Sorry, I was constipating. The conclusion of team. No, we ain't. Well, I was. You won't have heard it. Hang on a second. What have I got left on fuel? I've got 11%. I'll get 16 laps. I'll quit. So we need to get hold of Bish. I need to get hold of Bish because I haven't heard from Bish. I haven't heard from him in 2 or 3 weeks. He went away on holiday again. He got back from Cyprus, had a couple of weeks at work, went back on holiday again. I think I haven't heard from him since. So we're just at the point where we've got 4. I think there's 4 of us if Bish is there, and we have to decide on rigs and what we're driving, which will be interesting. Just listening to Sam. Now, I'm going to say this in the nicest way possible without being taken as offensive. But is that based on your times or Bish's? Yeah. So I don't know whether Bish has actually done any sort of practice. I know he's not joined us for any of the races. I generally know he wants to take part. So I think whichever way we go, we've got to count on the weakest driver. 29. I think we're all going to be better off on yours. But here's the problem, right? How do I get all my cameras and set up onto your rig? Say again. Because if we're using your setup, cameras have to be on your rig. We've got 4 drivers. So that'd be 2 teams of 2. With me commentating as well as swapping with Sam. I know we could do it as 4 hours. We could do it as 4-hour stops or 2-hour stops, no problem. But oh, so right, no. I've just clicked. It's just gone in my head about what JB's saying. JB's saying, why don't we run 2 teams of 2? And I discounted that because we've got 4. Yeah, absolutely. If we want to do 2 teams of 2, that's making it an easier process. Because then it's just me that's got to drive Sam's setup, which shouldn't be that hard, should it? Because I can still turn traction control on. I can still turn counter steer on, just to make it that bit easier for me. Sam uses the Fanatec, so I just need Sam to get here an hour earlier so he can set up the pedals to how he wants them. No, you'll hate it, Sam. You'll hate it. Bring your... Just set the pedals up for me. I've adjusted them to how I think they need to be, but it's not right because I can't get the Fanatec kit. So they're out of stock now till mid-July. So I've looked on eBay. Yeah, I can't get one for love more money. I'm not paying 100 quid that somebody wants for on eBay. Not paying it. But do I switch? The question is do I switch the hydraulic cylinder from the brakes to the throttle? Because you've done that, haven't you? Yeah. Or do I switch the spring out of the clutch to the throttle? Because I don't use the clutch at all. So it's an interesting question, an interesting conundrum. So if that's it, then that's sorted. So it's me switching directly from racing with Sam to commentating, and vice versa. I'm up for that, if that's all right with Sam. I hadn't anticipated that. He could get some YouTube practice in. No, that's exactly right, because from the driving... So I can do all the video controls from the passenger seat, from the driving seat. I've got them all. They're all here. So I can do all that. It's somebody's got to every hour, but they don't have to do it every hour, because when I'm not driving, I can do the draws every hour. It can catch up. It's on the 15th, yes, Scamps. So yeah, it's all possible. I just hadn't considered we'd do it as a 2-man, but that JB, that's pushing. Yeah. So we'll set JB up in the... I've kept S5 free for you to put your settings on so you can go to S5. That's blank. No, it's just a question of Yes, it is, mate. Yes, it is. Epic. Yes, let's no, it was. Have you had a driver's pack? That's what I haven't got. Your just do it to me. Alright, I'll send you a pack. Have a good mate, have a good week. So Scamper's working, so he's working on the 15th, so he'll watch all night. That's good. That's good. Nobody minds. Be great to have at least one watching. And that's who's missing tonight. I haven't seen Opera, I haven't seen why does my brain do this to me? Opera Loves Cake. I haven't seen Opera Loves Cake tonight. And we also haven't seen... Popper's now in the FAP, is he? He's now in the FAP, giving it a good test. I need to... I only like the 919 for the stability, for the fact that I prefer to be facing the right direction than in the gravel. I don't like to drive cars that are on the edge and dicey. But I do have a passionate distaste. You've got the fortitude of four-wheel drive that doesn't budge. If you whack the traction control to 6, put the counter steer on, in the rain, you can still whip around at 130 mile an hour because it doesn't budge. But the FAP's going to be all over the place. And I'm not dissing Sam. It's not about the perfect lap. It's about But I'm going to go with what Sam wants. I'm going to take the fastest route approach, but I'm also not going to accept any blame for being the wrong way in the gravel. So Widow wrecked it. You know, it's one of them. I race all my races based on the probability of finishing. So I would rather finish 8th than try to finish 2nd and wreck my day. You know, knowing that I've had a good solid race. I'm not a racer that will put things on the line to win. That's not how I wreck it, Widow. Yeah. It's, you know, it's one of them. I think we all have different approaches. You know, we all think about racing in a different way. We all have different desires to win. I am not a win it person, if you see what I mean. I do have a competitive spirit, but I don't have a desire to win. I just want to get gold, and there's a big difference in seeing a 1 above your name and thinking, yeah, I've done it, or seeing a time that you think I'm happy with. It's slightly different approach, and it's understanding that other people do have a very, very strong desire to be winning and be number 1. Oh, Olive, good night, sir. Have a good one. Sleep well. We'll see you next time, brother. I hope that video's got subtitles now. I know the one you were watching. I put all the French subtitles on that I could find. French Polynesia, French Guiana, French wherever. Belgian French, Swiss French, Canadian French. Put them all on. And hopefully you've got French now. Because it wouldn't give it when I just put French on. So I went for every... I think it even had Algeria French as well. So there's like 15 different versions of French went on the subtitles. So hopefully you'll get this. Good night. And I apologise on YouTube's behalf for not doing the translation of subtitles very well. I did notice it had errored the first translation of French, and that's probably why it wasn't showing, but I didn't see that the first time. It said untranslatable, and that must be my language or my accent. One of the two. No, but it'd be interesting. It would be interesting as a two-manner to try and... Oh, holy hell. At least I could break away from the commentary for a few minutes to go for a pee, get some drinks, to be able to furnish Sam with what he needs. I know my missus will be nipping about. What'll be even interesting is if Bish says, no, I can't make it, or can't make it. I really hope he doesn't. I hope he's able to come. Because we lost Marcus this week, I don't know. We lost Captain. Captain's not finishing the league this year. I know he's not started, but he's not joining. So, he was doing our league on a Tuesday, wasn't he? And then on Friday he was racing Planty's league. But he's, I don't think he's doing anything now. I'd rather they didn't. I'm not entirely keen on the F23 league idea. Because it's all too quick. It's all, these GR1s are too fast as it is. They're fast enough, but it's incredibly quick. My eyes don't keep up, and the F23 Formula 1 type stuff is just. It's just too much. If the overall, if people want it, I'll do it, but I'll probably commentate. I won't race because I don't think I can do it. Yeah, the Road Atlanta race was pretty decent, but I've always liked that one. But can you imagine those F1 cars? Mike Scampy was just suggesting that we could run a league of the F cars, the Formula cars, F21, F23, that kind of thing. JB's on track. You know what I enjoyed this week? I enjoyed that the Watkins Glen race. It was a no-stop hard, Scamp. No, in the weekly races, I did a no-stop hard for Road Atlanta. No stop. And a good race. Yeah, mine don't. But Road Atlanta's not so bad. It's a tight track. The car doesn't get that fast, but it still asks you to commit to corners and throwing. Ooh, what's JB driving? Is the track wet? It looks moist. Yeah, I was on fuel map 6 for the first 3 laps, and then went to fuel map 4, then 3, then 2, and fuel map 1 the last 4 laps, something like that. Because whilst they all pitted, I managed to break my way through the field. And I think the top 2 cars I had to overtake in the last 4 laps. But it was relatively comfortable. I think I did it twice. I crashed at about 22 laps, I think. And yeah, I bet it was. Good night, Mr. BB. Great race. Good result, my friend. Yeah, it was good. That was tremendously difficult. We were running very, very close. It was. Yeah, it was good. Yes. Happy days. All the best, my friend. Good to see you this week. Glad you're feeling better. Right. Yeah. Yeah. It's Tuesday today. Friday's still on. Saturday we've got the 4 hours of spa. Say that again. Yes. That's on the 7th of... sorry, it's on the 8th of June. Yeah. So we're doing spa this weekend on Saturday. 4 hours of spa from 6 till midnight. So 6:30 qualifying, 20-minute qualifying, then 4 hours. No problem at all, sir. No problem at all. Okay, no problem at all. Okay, well, no problem at all, sir. You have a fantastic birthday if we don't speak to you before. And I'll remember to give you a shout out on the stream. No problem. Alright, there you go. You take care, buddy. See you soon. Bye. So that's confirmed then. BB won't be joining us Saturday. But it's for a good reason, not for a bad reason. So, great fun. Car stuck to track like snock on a chippin's lip. I've never heard that expression before. How would that happen? Would be that like one of those uncontrolled sneezes that just gets away from you and the chicken's like stood in front of you and takes it and just goes, oh God. Oh, shocking. Probably. So it's just me and JB left. JB still lapping. The Audi. Oh, okay. It's not four-wheel. Okay. That's cool. So that's how it happens, Scamster. Okay. I thought it was like a Clarkson's Farm thing. But you'll have to put up with me at Clarkson's Farm. I've just watched, just going through the first series, just watched the first couple of episodes. I'll be watching another one tonight. And we'll try and make through. The missus don't want to watch it, so I'll be watching it in the early hours of the morning. And seeing where we go to from there. Having some really strange variations in stream tonight. So we've got no drop frames, but the kilobytes, the frame rate, the stream rate is fluctuating wildly. But the stream seems perfectly good. I don't know what the quality looks like at your end, but we just get my mouse over here. And I know we're 3 hours in, but it's on HD for me, so it's playing on 1080p, which is good, at 60 frames. Quality looks kind of okay. I look a bit grey in the bottom corner, but we're alright. The old foot cams is the foot cams froze? The foot cams froze, isn't it? Or has it? No, it's because my feet aren't on there yet. You watch, my feet will come there any minute. There we go, foot cam's there. Wiggling the pedal. There's no foot on there though, is there? Oh, there is now. Just got my foot on the bottom left-hand corner, that's what it is. No funky socks today, didn't think there was a point for funky socks. It's been a full long day, so. So we got 15 minutes to talk about things. I'm stunned that the wheel, if that wasn't a bug out, has got through tonight. I haven't changed anything other than use it on the PC straight after. When I got home from work tonight, I had to put the car away, one of the cars away in the garage. And then I had 20 minutes to spare, so I fired up a set of Corsa on the PC and jumped on it with a wheel to do free screen for the first time. I thought I'd make an effort, and I got 20 minutes at it, and there's no force feedback whatsoever in the steering wheel. Didn't matter what settings I put on, and the steering wheel had a very little shimmer, like a shimmer left and right. Very quick. Left, right, but really, really fast, really. And it's doing it now. And if I let go, if I touch the wheel and stop it, it stops doing it. So But yeah, no force feedback whatsoever. And that wasn't the same as when I did the launch of the Assetto Corsa track for GT Amiga. The car, it had beautiful feedback through the game, so I don't know what's happened since, except for updates. So I'm going to have to play with that and work out what's going on. What else is there to talk about? New mods. I've got some more stuff on the order. I've just got to talk to GT Amiga tomorrow about ordering, and there will be some new mods on the way. I'm thinking about saving my GT Amiga credits and buying a Moser wheel and pedals. So if I save for long enough from GT Amiga, I could get another wheel and pedals from Moser. And we'll have to see how that works out. Oh, JB's taking the off. Ooh, perfect. Look at that, beautiful. Oh, we just kind of held it. And is that purely rear-wheel drive, JB, or are you at the point of just at the end of the night feeling tired? You're pushing, okay. He's finding grip level. BB was so much quicker through there than me. So much quicker. Every lap he caught me, every time going through there. Wilkie just sent me a whisper message on Twitch. A whisper message, what's that? You've got no TC or anything on either? Okay, we'll get them off phone. I'll get that. Oh look, there's a little mailbox appeared. Whispers. What's that? Wilkie underscore twice. Well, I think if I go into my settings on Twitch, which I'll do now, back to Twitch, account settings. If I go in there and go to... Oh, no, that's the wrong bit. Prime Gaming? No. Chats and colours, brand, Restream? No, it's not that one. It's probably that one. No, it's not that one. I'm going to make it full screen, sod it. And then we will... I'm currently live, dicking about with Twitch. Yeah. So if I go down here to settings, moderation, I'm 100% sure I've changed you to mod already on Twitch. And I've changed you from VIP to mod. I know I've done that. But I, for the life of me, can't find... Roles Manager, there we go. Wilkie is moderator on Twitch. Wilkie is moderator. So you should have moderator powers. But I don't know what moderator powers you will have. What's Mr. I can't see the ref count. Let me go back to the stream manager. Now, I haven't given you moderator powers to moderate with. I'm not asking you to be mod. All I'm asking you to do, all I'm saying to you to do is you have the power to do what you want to do on the channel. So, I mean, I'd give you full open access if I knew how to, but I trust you implicitly with whatever you would do. So, and I'm not asking you to do anything. All I'm suggesting is potentially, if there's something you wanted to do with the channel and you think it would be better for me, I have absolutely no concept of what to do with Twitch. I know it's all explained and there's all that stuff there, but it's bad enough getting my head around this side, let alone that side. So, at the end of the day, I need to get my head around Twitch, and that will take place after June. So in July, I'll be starting to mess more with just there to sort the riff-raff and the strays. But if there was a way I could give you more power, I'd want to give it you. Because VIP, I guess, didn't give you anything. It was just a badge to say you're a very important person. But in terms of... Did that come up? No, it didn't, did it? So the chat for Twitch... Oh, it's probably because... And I say this out loud, it's probably because... That's better. It's coming up on both. So you're actually chatting now on YouTube, aren't you? You're not in Twitch. So I can see the chat over there. I can now log into Twitch, and if I go on Roles Manager, yeah, I gave you moderator yesterday, but I want to do the same for you on YouTube, and I want to. But so you're telling me is that message was your... See, your username there is Wilkie73. So on the YouTube channel, you are that dude. Got you. So it's capitals __. Got you. So I'm going to fix that now. And then you can tell me live on stream if I've got you correct, that is. If I go in there, go to there. So much going on, I can't see the chat anymore. I didn't have to do all that, did I? You numbskull. Kill that. Go back this way. And if I go into there, it's capitals. Go to YouTube Studio. And then do... I think it's customization is where it's at. No, I think it's in settings at the bottom, if I'm correct. Community. Here we go. So I'm going to put you up here. Now this is the problem, right? I've gone to where I'm going to. I'm going to click on your thing that you've given me there, and it's a picture of a gecko twanging his banjo, excuse the phrase. I don't have anybody. But if I was to put... No, I don't have anybody twanging their banjo. So I can't find you on YouTube at all. Can't find you. I'm going to subscribe to you and see if that pulls you in here. No, I've got Wilkie with a pig image. I've got Wilkie with somebody's kid. UK Chinese takeaway recipes by Alex Wilkie. Wilkie and E Wilkie. I've not got you. Why the hell? And it brings your name up in lowercase. Yeah, at Wilkie __. But for some reason it won't find you when I do the moderators thing. That's really weird. I'm gonna try and type it again. I'm gonna go full capitals. Oh, it's brought up a different person this time. And now it's gone back to exactly what it was. Let me do it one letter at a time. No, it's brought up something else, but not you. It's only bringing up 5 users any one time. It's not bringing up... Why is this so ridiculously stupid? I'm going to try you under a different thing. I'm going to put you in there. I'm going to try it again. Nope. It's not letting me. For whatever reason, it's not bringing you up. Paste the channel URL of a user to add. I wonder if I should do the whole thing rather than just your username. So if I go like that. Stupido. Click on more. And then do that, Control C, and then come back to here and do that. Got you now. Got you. Right. Right, you're in. You should be in as both an approved user, so no matter what you say, you will never be blocked. And also, you're in as a managing moderator, so you can see everything in the channel. You have access to everything. I also want to put Scampy81 in. And there he is. Because I know he likes to fight with the bots. So you're in there as well, Scampster, as a 100% approved user. So you have the power. No, it means that anything you say won't be blocked. You have full authority. Feel free to abuse me anytime you like. Right, the only thing you can't see, gentlemen, is the money. And all that. So you can see absolutely everything. You're just locked out of the banking stuff. So, you have total access to the site. If it goes down one day and I can't get in, I know who's done it. It's only one of 3 people. Or it could be 3 of 3 people. So... JB has got full artistic rights. But I don't expect you to do anything, gentlemen, in terms of running the channel. That's not what it's there for. It's because you're dedicated, you're committed, you love the channel, you come every time you can, when you're able, and you support me. And it's just one way of giving you something back that allows you to be involved. But I'm not asking you to do anything. I'm not forcing you to turn up to be the moderator. That's not what I want. That's not what I'm trying to do. Okay then, ladies and gentlemen, that is midnight on the Tuesday. I've got work early in the morning because I'm up going a long way. So I'm going to call it a day. 5th place made me really happy tonight and appreciate all your support. I genuinely, that's got to be one of my best results in the league races for a little while. And I'm really happy with that. So thank you very much. Big night for Friday. We're going to do the GR1s round here. And we'll go along there. Yeah. Where are you going Friday, JB? Are you? Saturday. Okay, cool. So, yeah, okay, happy days. Well, that's it from me, guys. Good night, Mike. Good night, Wilkie. Good night, Scamby. Good night, JB. Anybody else who's still watching, I haven't mentioned, it's not because I haven't. It's because I can't see a list. But we'll see you on the next one. All the best, folks. Good night. Take care.